Hello and namaste. Welcome. My name is Geny Caloisi, and today I just decided to do an impromptu video about kombucha. Have you tried kombucha? It's normally spelled with a K. So kombucha is fermented black tea, and it's a probiotic. It can help with your digestion, with your immune system. It can revitalize your biome on your belly, on your guts. And I've been making kombucha for quite a few years, so it's fun. It's not a difficult thing to do. What you need is black tea. So I put in here 2 tea bags of black tea, and use only black tea, because if you use anything else like teas with oils, like the herbal teas or some other teas that will have an oil, essential oil in it, then it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So you need to have black tea. And I use decaffeinated tea because we don't need the caffeine. So it's fine and it works. Black tea in here, as you can see, is like just right for drinking. But I would like it to go a little bit darker for the kombucha. So kombucha has all of these beautiful qualities that the tea will have, these antioxidants, etc. How do you make the kombucha? Well, to make the kombucha, you need a fermenting agent. And this fermenting agent is called a SCOBY, like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And it looks like this. Is like maybe, I don't know, fungus or something like that. My other half calls it the brain. And it's good for your brain. It will benefit your brain. So this is a big jug. I will have about 2 liters to 2.5 liters from it. And sometimes the kombucha is light color, as you can see in here, or sometimes it gets a bit darker, like this one. And this is when it's more aged. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean that it has gone off. In fact, the main reason why kombucha doesn't go off is because it is alive. So this aliveness that all natural vegetables, all things that are God-made will give us, the aliveness of the thing that we ingest will give us aliveness. So it's not the same to eat a bar of chocolate than to have an apple. Gives different satisfactions, etc. We're not going to go into that. But the important thing is that when you eat something that is alive, that prana, that life energy will come into you. And kombucha is an alive entity that gets fed by the tea and by sugar. So what I normally do is I put, it depends the amount, but for this jar that is about 2.5 liters, I put about 7 spoonfuls of sugar when the tea is still warm. The warm tea will dilute the sugar, and you have to wait for the tea to be lukewarm to cold before you get the tea in contact with the kombucha, with a SCOBY. Otherwise, the poor SCOBY will suffer and scream. No, it doesn't scream. So you have the sugar with the tea. You can let it sit a little bit longer for a few more minutes. It's getting darker color, as you can see, and that is what I want. And in here I have some kombucha that I made earlier. And kombucha can be quite sparkly. If you put a lot of sugar, it will ferment more and give you more bubbles. And it can be a nice replacement for things like beer because it has this satisfying flavor. This kombucha, I have left it for quite a long time. And the longer you leave it, the more vinegary it becomes. and it's not longer suitable for drinking. I mean, I can't drink it. And then it's too much. So do you check it away? No. What you can do is you bottle it and you can use it for cleaning, like you use vinegar. You can use it also for cooking. You know, when you make a sauce and you want to lift all the flavors from the bottom of the pan. So this works the same as wine or vinegar to take all of the flavors up and give it that extra. So try it out. If you're interested on learning more about kombucha, just send me a DM. And once you have the whole kit, which is inexpensive, then you can have an endless supply of goodness. And you can have it with ice, you can put ginger, you can put fruit, you can mix it. I like sometimes mixing it with some fruit juice to make it a bit more soft, and the sparkliness will give it texture. So whenever we are eating, we want, in Ayurveda it always says, we want to have all of the flavors that we can. This is definitely sour when it's so vinegary. So you can add a bit of sweetness, you can add a bit of sharpness. You also have the sparkliness, which gives texture and satisfaction for the palate. This is the reason why it's not the same to drink wine or beer than to drink a glass of water. It's not about the quenching of the thirst. It's about the satisfaction of the senses, the smell, the taste, the texture of it. So try kombucha. I recommend it. Namaste.